Let me ask you something. What if I told you the most powerful form of foreplay, the kind that never fails for any woman, begins long before the first kiss? That it starts not in the bedroom, but in your tone of voice when you greet her, in the patience you show when she's speaking, in the way you carry yourself when you're not even trying to impress her? Would you believe me, or would you dismiss it as just philosophy? Because here's the thing. The world teaches men to focus on technique, on moves, on timing. But Marcus Aurelius, an emperor of Rome, philosopher, and one of the wisest men to walk the earth, and would have told you something entirely different. The best foreplay is a way of living. It's not about trying harder in the moment. It's about becoming the kind of man whose very presence is foreplay. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I promise you, once you see this, once you live this, you will never again wonder whether she's in the mood. Because you will be the mood. Before we dive in, subscribe to my Stoic journey and hit that like button. If you value truth over tricks, philosophy over pickup lines, and depth over games, and you're in the right place. All right, let's begin. Chapter 1. Why Stoic Foreplay Never Fails. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Now, most men, when they think of foreplay, immediately think about what they can do to a woman. A sequence of touches, kisses, whispers. They focus on external moves. But the Stoic man doesn't start with doing. He starts with being. Because attraction in its purest form is an emotional state she enters when she feels the man in front of her is centered, confident, and unshakable. If you can't master your own mind, you will never master the art of foreplay. Why? Because women feel everything. They sense when you're needy. They sense when you're impatient. They sense when you're pretending to be confident but your energy is scattered. The man who is calm, truly calm, not pretending, is the man who makes her relax, open, and lean in. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to force attraction is the moment you become most attractive. Chapter 2. The Soldier Who Won Without Chasing. Let me tell you the story of Cassius, a Roman soldier who served during Marcus Aurelius' reign. Cassius was not a poet, not wealthy, not powerful. He was, in fact, a common soldier, disciplined, humble, unnoticed in a crowd. And yet, he captured the heart of a woman surrounded by men far above his station. Her name was Livia, daughter of a respected merchant. She was pursued by men who brought her jewels, arranged feasts, and tried to win her with spectacle. But Cassius, he did something different. He didn't chase. He didn't compete. He didn't try to match the wealth of her other suitors. Instead, he listened. When she spoke of her childhood by the Tiber River, he remembered the exact spot she described and took her there weeks later. When she mentioned the smell of rain on stone, he remembered. And one day, after a storm, he asked her to walk with him through the city. No grand gestures, no pressure, just deep presence. And here's what happened. She began to crave his company, not because he did anything extraordinary, but because he made her feel seen. That, my friend, is foreplay. Not a trick, not a line, but the art of making a woman feel like she exists more vividly in your presence. Chapter 3. The Psychology of Female Desire. If you want to understand why Stoic foreplay never fails, you need to understand this truth. A woman's body follows her mind. You could have the most perfect physical technique in the world, but if her mind isn't engaged, her body will never fully respond. Foreplay for women is mental and emotional before it is physical. It's about trust. It's about feeling safe. It's about feeling desired without being pressured. Marcus Aurelius compared emotions to water, calm when undisturbed, but turbulent when forced. Most men unknowingly force, they rush. They escalate before she's ready. They touch with the intent to take, not to give. The Stoic man creates still water first, calm, receptive, open, and before making a single move. Chapter 4, Step 1. The Art of Anticipation. Marcus wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," meaning, your mental state colors everything you do. If your thoughts are impatient, lustful, and rushed, she will feel that energy instantly. If your thoughts are patient, appreciative, and curious, she will feel that too. So here's how to use anticipation as foreplay. Start early. Send a morning message that's thoughtful, not graphic. Something like, "That thing you said yesterday is still stuck in my mind." Share moments, an inside joke, a small compliment on her intelligence, the way she handled something. Hint without revealing. I have something planned for you later, but I'm not telling you what. This slow build works because it engages her imagination, and once her mind starts to wander in your direction, her body will follow. Chapter 5. Step 2. Touch without demand. Marcus Aurelius believed in acting with purpose. So in modern terms, every touch should mean something. Touch her when there's nothing you want from her. Rest your hand on her back when you guide her through a crowd. Brush your fingers against hers during conversation. Kiss her forehead unexpectedly, not as a lead-up to anything, but simply because you enjoy her. This kind of touch removes the pressure. It communicates, I enjoy you now, I'm not in a rush for what's next. And here's the secret. When she feels no pressure, she relaxes. When she relaxes, her natural desire surfaces. Chapter 6, Step 3. Undress her mind first. In ancient Rome, public speech was an art form. The greatest speakers could move entire crowds, and they could also move the heart of a single woman. Marcus Aurelius understood that words shape reality. So here's how to use conversation as foreplay. Ask better questions instead of how was your day. Ask, what was the best moment of your day and why? Listen without distraction. No checking your phone, no scanning the room. Lower your voice, slower, deeper, with pauses. Let silence build intimacy. When you undress her mind, removing her stress, her distractions, her mental noise, you make room for desire to grow naturally. Chapter 7. Step 4. Restraint as attraction. Marcus Aurelius had the power to indulge in anything, yet he valued discipline above indulgence. In romance, restraint creates tension. Not fake withholding, but genuine pacing. If you can stop yourself in the middle of a heated moment, smile and say later, you create a pull she won't forget. Why? Because you show you are not ruled by your impulses. You are in control. And a woman can only fully relax into intimacy when she feels the man with her is in control of himself. Chapter 8. The biggest mistake men make. Here's the truth. Most men think foreplay is a prelude to the real thing. But if you master Stoic foreplay, you realize foreplay is the real thing. The dance, the build-up, the shared energy, that is intimacy. And ironically, when you stop rushing to the goal comes faster and with more intensity. Chapter 9. A modern-day parallel. Think of foreplay like brewing fine coffee. You don't rush boiling water through cheap grounds. You let it steep. You control the temperature. You respect the process. Rushing produces something bitter. Patience produces something rich, smooth, unforgettable. Women's desire works the same way. Rush and you create tension of the wrong kind. Slow down and you create tension of the intoxicating kind. Chapter 10. The final lesson from Marcus Aurelius. Marcus wrote, when you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Approach your time with her in the same way, not as a transaction, not as a conquest, but as a privilege. Because here's the truth. When a woman feels valued beyond her body, she will give you her body with a passion you cannot manufacture by force. Chapter 11. Putting it all together. So the best foreplay for women, and the kind that never fails, is a way of being. 1. Be present, truly, fully. 2. Slow down. Pace is power. So touch with intention, never by accident. Engage her mind. Undress her thoughts before her clothes. 5. Practice restraint. Let tension build naturally. 6. Value her presence. Make her feel like the rarest woman alive. When you live this way, you don't do foreplay. You are foreplay. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.